Hello, hey, hey guys, how we doing? How are we doing? Big news today. Big news. How- Andy Mackin, good afternoon, sir. Aaron, good afternoon. Hey, Mark, been better. You not been chasing it today, have you? Right. Well, just Peter Cole, good afternoon, sir. Now, guys, Liam, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Um, what I want to do is so we're migrating away from Telegram. So if there's anyone on here that is on dear. Uh, there we go. Yeah, it worked out nice. I mean, unfortunately, it just missed T2 by um, a very minute margin. But unfortunately, that's the industry we're in. It is all about in running its millimeters. In trading, it's pips. But yeah, let's see what's going to happen this afternoon. Now there is, look, you can see potential breakout long. I'm going to sit on the sideline for this one. I'm kind of feeling a sell is what I want to focus on. So we'll either get the sell set up and look to take the trade. We've had one trade today. That was a T1 and that was it. Nothing. News in 30 minutes. Exactly. That's what I'm waiting for. The CPI. Ideally, I want to see it spike up first, and then I'll look for the sell. So this is my plan for today. Vic Snazzle, good afternoon. Where we migrating to? Somewhere sunny. Um, no, we're putting out some test links at the minute. Um, let me know your thoughts, guys. Lightning, do you want to just share the free channel test link? Now remember, guys, there's no posts in here yet. We are literally just starting it. Um, extra plays, gold gonna buy or sell? Well, good afternoon, extra plays. So I'm waiting for the news to come out. Okay, I'm waiting for the news to come out. So I'm not going to do anything. But what I want to see from the news is I want to see the market spike up. I want to see it spike up, and then I'm going to look for sells. Sunny Scunny. You mean Sunny Donny? Kaylin, good afternoon. How are you? Hmm. Hmm. One sec. One second, go. Right, guys, patience. Patience, patience, patience. So listen, I did put potential buyers above 47.03. Now look, that was before we had the last sort of 15-minute candle, and I was looking for buyers above there. Um, so I'm going to leave this in because this is going to be an area for a false break setup. Um, if we get a candle close below, then we get a wick up. I will look to sell this first. And the reason I say that is because my average hold time is under 5 minutes. So based on that, I would expect that if we get 15 minutes before the news, we could look to get at least break even. So 70% rule will be applied here. If you don't know what the 70% was, the link to the free community, Mark, can you pin that in the comment section? Yes. Okay. Pin, pin, pin. Okay, I've pinned it. Just let me know if you can see it. Is that pinned? Let me know if you know it's pinned. Mhm. So we're waiting now for this candle to close below in the next 11 minutes. If it does, and it's not come all the way down here, we're going to have a sell setup. Thanks, Lightning. Thanks for letting me know. So if you are in today, so in fact, Anna, good afternoon. How you doing? Um, let's have a look. So the link that we just shared is going to take you away from YouTube. But I'll tell you where it's going to take you. It is going to take you to, is it this chat screen? Yeah, it's going to take you here. So this is our new free community. Look, the chat is going to talk so you can join in. Now, literally, this is brand new. It is absolutely brand new. And this is because we're going to come away from Telegram. Too many scammers, and I'm fed up of things going wrong because of some asshole that's pretending to be me and then scamming people. So this way, no one's going to be able to do it. Okay, you'll be in here. Um, any announcements that are going to be made. There's going to be amendments along the way, but it is brand new. So if you do want to get joined, guys, you know what to do. Just click on that link that's just been pinned in the chat, and we will start posting in here from today. Um, any questions, guys? Ah, ah, William, I see you've made it in there. Did I? So go on then. Is is Paul on YouTube right now? Just out of curiosity, is Mr. Reynolds in here? I recognize that name. I'm sure we had a few chats about 18 months ago. If that's you, Paul, just drop a hello in the chat box. Thoughts around news. Let's just go back to the trading screen. Okay, so listen, this is doing what I want it to do. I just don't want it to drop too much lower. Anything closing like this right now. I'll zoom in so it's a bit bigger. If it closes like this, we're gonna look for sells. Let's have a look, see how much room we've got. 80. So I don't want it to go any lower than there. If it goes lower than there, then kind of going to be out of this. No trading opportunity from here. In fact, yeah, it's basically 70 points. So that's that's my uh, that's my barometer. If it goes lower than that, forget it. Thoughts around the news? Yeah, so effectively, have what I'm looking for is the market to spike higher on the news, and then I will look to sell the lows of the news candle. Okay, so that's what I want to see happen. If it doesn't happen, then we just have to wait until we get candles that close above or below, or if it is like mega news and we get a serious one directional move, then we'll look to the 5 minute and we'll try and capture the first pullback on the 5 minute. Okay, so that's our game plan. We've got 7 minutes to wait before the first trade if it sets up. If you follow what I was saying, just type in a yes. If you don't, I'll repeat it. Members, I'm sorry about this morning, by the way. I was in a very, very different place. Andy Argent, I can see you've signed up. Aaron Alton, yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. Now remember, it is the free channel, so the free one and the will and it's not the oh, Christ explosions. Uh, Look at this. It's come down to price that I said I don't want it to go any lower than. So we'll see what happens, guys. Stay disciplined. Waiting for the market to do what it's going to do. Um, will it be via the website or via an app? It's going to be web-based for now. I don't. I was asking. We're going to try and find out because ideally I'd want it through an app, but it's where we built the website, and I'm not sure if there is an app for it yet. If there is, fantastic. Uh, Good question. Uh, I will hand that over to the master of technology. Umar, how are notifications, how are the push notifications done? Because that's going to be a big uh, groups done. Members WhatsApp group. Oh, notifications. Okay, hold on. Client portal communities. Uh, there's push notifications. There's push notifications to email and oh, so you need to comment at everyone, I think. Post at everyone. Okay. Chart Master, good afternoon, sir. How are you? I wouldn't mind. I was just having a chat with a potential client out in Spain for about an hour, and I was like, "What's the weather like?" It's like, "Oh yeah, it's all right." 20. I'm like, "Oh." So yeah, you saying hola just reminded me and thinking, "Oh, wouldn't mind getting away into some sunshine right now," but I guess it ain't happening right now. Schools, kids. See, that's the beauty about trading. You can literally do it. anywhere. Oh, guys, look at this. Well, the sell's not happening. Hourly buy above that high. Hmm. Okay, two options. Two options. So if we do see price spike initially on the news, yeah, um, Lead Connector is an app, but it's not an. I don't think it'll work for the communities. That usually connects leads from, uh, let's say, an advert to a platform, or for example, if someone registers and to that platform. But the hourly does look interesting. Let's just get rid of everything. I want to start afresh. Okay, so looking at daily sells in here, up here, daily support here. All this, we'll look at that on a smaller time frame. Let's get that over there. Okay, we're going to adjust the structure here to that point. We can see the market taps into this area here at 47.66. Support down here at 46.51. We've got clear path above 47.67 up to 48.25. Drop down to the hourly. Okay, hourly's formed support here. Relatively clear candle space. What time are we on? 16. I'm taking the buys above this hourly high, guys. I'm going to take the buys above that. Let's go. Let's bring. Oh, I tell you what, let's just do it here. Okay, so I'm only going to leave this in for 7 or 8 minutes. It either triggers or it doesn't, and I'll be managing it aggressively. So at 24, I'm going to cancel the order. Auto break even. Let's get that in. Yeah, I know. Using 14 minutes. No, I'm not waiting. Average hold time is 5 minutes. That's why I'll cancel it at 24. That's what I mean, look, if it happens, great. Um, if we can get risk free, auto break evens in at 35 pips. If we haven't triggered by 24, I'm cancelling the order. Just in case. It's all going to be kicking off in a second. Okay, so I'm just getting my delete button ready because in 5 minutes, if we haven't had a spike up, I'm going to close it and then we'll look for the next trade after the news. Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna do 30 pips on auto break even just with us so close to the news. Marianne, good afternoon, darling. How are you? We are looking at a potential uh, scalp just ahead of the news, breaking the H1 high. If the news wasn't coming in right now, I'd leave the order here. Okay, but because it's big news, there's going to be some big vol spikes. Whether it's going to spike up or spike down, I have no idea. Um, but I am. In fact, let's just get ready to close it again. I just realised. two and 2.5 minutes, guys, and then I'll close it and we'll wait to the news. This is where I miss because I've put this over the top of trading view. I don't see the countdown. Uh, where is it? 2 minutes. All right, sell it. Get rid of it. Let's wait till the news. I don't want to get caught. So we're going to wait for the news, guys. I will be waiting for the initial move. Whatever the initial move is. If the initial move is down, I'm going to buy above this high, same as the order. If the initial move is up, depending what happens, we can look for a 5 minute little pullback and continue to go long, or we'll wait for a higher time frame, 15 minute to potentially reverse. But I think even then I'm going to wait now because this wick down we don't have the range to trade into. So I'm going to wait for moves below. Seven minutes. Okay, guys, let me know what you're thinking. Are you thinking gold buys or gold sells? If I let's do a poll. Listen, we have no idea. So will gold move which way for gold after the news going higher? Okay, done. Right, I can't spell. Okay, just shared a little poll with you guys. Have a little participation. Just check that you're all still awake. Don't be shy in voting, guys. Okay, let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Market's dropping. We've got plenty of room to the upside and to the downside. We've got $36 to the downside. First minor area is here. It's $26. So loads of pips available. Loads of pips. 240 or 370. Loads of pips. Get either one of those right. There's definitely turkey for Christmas. Four minutes for the news, guys. 4 minutes for the news. Let's just get now. Look, I'm just gonna. These don't mean anything. I'm just putting them on the screen so that if I need to act quickly, it's one less button to click. So, not many of you are voting, guys. Too busy with work. That's what it is. Too busy with work. See what's going on with the old NAS. Oh, finally, starting to. Oh, not very nice though. Okay, Nas, you could actually take a sell, but you've got the news right now, so I would wait. So Nas, you could look for a spike up and sell the lows. So looking at this, I'm guess either you've got, this is the thing about looking at charts and then trying to decipher what's going on. This is probably profit taking because the NAS has just gone absolute into orbit. So it's probably profit taking ahead of the news, regardless of whatever the outcome is. Then if the outcome is going to be, let's say, high inflation, which I guess everyone's expecting that, you'd kind of expect the market to sink, but that might just create a buying opportunity. So what you might see with the Nasdaq is an initial sell-off, and then it'll come to a price point, and all of a sudden the buyers come back in. That's kind of what I'd expect to happen. So if I'm expecting that, we might see something similar with. Oh shit! Sorry, Benny. Watch out, mate. Sorry, pal. There you go. Sorry, pal. We might see something similar with gold. So might be a spike up and then a sell off. But we shall see. Rather than trying to guess what's going to happen, I'll see what happens, then we'll trade accordingly. So just under a minute to go. Let's have a look, see what 10 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, I'm putting a potential order above here. If it spikes down first, I'm just going to hit the buy button above that hourly high. Oh, hold on. It's done nothing. It's done nothing. Okay, so I'm putting that back up there for now. But let's see what happens. Oh, it's not what I meant to do. There we go. So the buys are in above the hourly high. Let's have a look, see what came out. CPI is so year on year it's up 0.1. Month on month is as forecast. And core CPI is up 0.1 on the forecast. Previous reading CPI year on year was 3.3, so it's up. I know. It's like it's not happened. Don't know what to say. Do not know what to say. I mean, I've seen bigger 5 minute candles in normal trading hours. So guess what? The analysis is still the same as what it was, guys. We're waiting for hourly. We can still leave the order in, but if we're going to take sells, we've got to wait for a close below the range. Kind of a non-event that. Very much non-event. Absolute non-event. I just can't. Are people watching this today? There's no bank holiday or anything, is there, in the US? No. Fed chair nomination vote again today. Uh, the US Senate. This is pass or reject the nomination of Kevin Walsh. Do we have any long-term investors in here today? Or we all like day traders? Does anyone do long-term investing? And if so, what do you do? Stock, shares, bonds, gilts. Yeah, it's the most bizarre CPI release that I think I've seen in years. It really is a non-event. The US sessions have definitely been a lot quieter in recent. Well, will the chair nominee get? Hold on. The majority of news events seem like they don't move much now because gold moves crazy amount of pips. I know it's bizarre. It really the news events are kind of a non-event. I mean, remember? I mean, I don't know how far back we have to go now. Is it maybe 6 months, maybe more? When we used to go for 10 pip targets on gold, and now it's 50 pip just because the nature of how quickly it moves. Um, it really the dynamics have shifted. That even like you say, these major news events, they're not really doing anything. I mean, just look at this. The last what got a $9.50 candle, just non-event, complete non-event. Now, one thing I can tell you is, what do we know about ranges, guys? What do we know about ranges? Tell me what we know about ranges. I would imagine it's because there is no surprise anymore. Inflation. Yeah, the thing you have to remember is it's the economists that do all the analysis. They will already have their perception on inflation. So the surprise is not whether it's going up or down. The surprise is whether it meets their expectation or not. Because every inflation report, every jobs report is going to have an expectation. Let's have a look what happened on the NAS. Okay. This outside one. Nice one, Harv. It's, I mean, I'm surprised that it's going up based on the lack of movement, but you can buy or sell in a range if it's from the top or bottom. Okay. Yeah, true. If the range is big enough, you can do that. What else do we know about ranges? What else do we know about ranges? Come on. What do we know about to stay out of them? Okay, good. What else? Or in my case, this morning, trade them and get punished. All right. So listen, there is a technical, um, you could say technical saying, but the rationale is the longer something stays in the range, the bigger the break is going to be. So it's a bit like being a coiled spring. If you imagine, because it is accumulation and distribution, but when people say it's accumulation and distribution, we don't know whether it's the market acquiring or selling. We do after the event, but none of us have the mystic mega crystal ball. So we have to apply simple mechanical uh, rules. So in this instance, all I'm still doing is I'm looking at this hourly candle that was formed, which we know it's an uprange candle. Why? Because it has a higher low than this outside candle, and it has a higher high with a strong bullish close. The current candle is still an inside candle, so it doesn't tell us anything. But what we can see is the market came down to the bottom of the range, didn't break the previous candle's low. So if it breaks the high of this, I think we're game on. Let's just get our TPs in before I forget. So 50 pips, 100 pips, and then we'll let it do its thing. Push that to there, just below this structure point. Okay, so the longer something sits in a range, the more explosive the breakout is going to be. Let's not talk about that overhead kick, Aaron. I mean, I feel for him. I feel for him because what a magical goal. And then to go and do that. Do it in the attacking box, not in your own box. Jesus. But as De Zerbi said, they is young. You're gonna. So so let's see if we can break that high. If we can, I expect we could see a nice little break to the upside. Let's get ready to pop, guys. Wow, this is slow, slow, slow. We have thrown a bone to. Oh, I know. Don't even talk about throwing a bone to West Ham. Yeah, put it this way, we're in a better position than we were 2 weeks ago, but we've got the bogey team Chelsea next. $145. Jesus. Guys, I'm sorry. I've just got to run to the door. Bad timing. Okay. Oh, we're in. Okay, let's get ready to get break even. Okay. That was good timing. All right, 100 pip trade. I can feel it in my bones. As long as it's a positive 100 pip trade. Yeah. Tell you what. I'm actually gonna change extended targets. Extended targets have moved up. Let me just bring it down a little bit, just below 47.50. So 47.48 extended targets. Let's see what this says. CPI, let's have a look, see what it's saying. CPI chart super core month-on-month surge due to other, also annualized inflation running just a little hot by, it doesn't really say anything. No real news there. Has Starmer not left yet? Just be patient, guys. Follow the process. We're watching the ship turn down here. We're watching it turn. Lower time frame, what do you see? Tell me what you see on the lower time frame. Just looking at this 1 hour chart, what do you see right now? Jess Phillips has resigned. Yeah, I just flicked on Sky News and I Starmer on the brink. God. Yeah, okay, but what else do you see? Look at the candles, look at the price action. Mm, not a fake out. Oh, oops. Oops, sorry. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was Sky News just launching. Alex Davis Jones resigns as well now. The exodus has started. Oh dear, Kia. Look, but if we just look at the simple price action, look what's happened. The decline, a low, a lower high, same low, breaking through the highs. Okay, we see the range on this time frame. We've got this candle, as we saw, breaking above the resistance. We've had a huge wick down and now we've taken out the highs. To me, that price action is about as good as it will get for continuation. But the markets are random, so we can't do anything. But what we can do is we can reduce risk underneath the 15-minute low now. Now, if you wanted to be, I don't know, a little bit more conservative, the 30-minute low is still going to be the same. Same down here. Um, should keep. We're in one of those funny those times again. Because look, what's going to happen is we're going to close in 7 minutes on the hour, and the likelihood is we're going to see a bottom wick down again if we're going to break the highs. So you might have to take a little bit more pain before we get the pleasure. The way that I saw this bottom wick and then breaking the highs, I expected the market to move a lot more aggressively towards at least break even. But we'll see. Five and a half minutes, guys. 5.5 minutes till the hour candle closes. All right. Well, uh, well. Look at this. The bloody bottom wick. This is where I'm kind of begrudging bringing my stop up underneath the low of that 15-minute candle. But I've done it. See, the hourly candle is what we've taken this trade off. And I did think once we broke that high, we'd continue to go, which is why. And there we go. The US session is giving me grief again. Let's update the results. I know what's going to happen. What did I just say about? Well, we're going to wait for the candle to close, and then if it wicks down, I'll buy it again. This is where sometimes you just hate trading because there's no point looking at the lower time frames. You just got to stick with the higher one on this. I was trying to de-risk, and that is the downside. Let's see what happens. The joys of trading. Ah, dear me. Right, what's the high? 471163 99. That's fine. 36 pips. 3.6 pips. How long have we got? 25 seconds. Okay, let's get ready. See if we get a momentum push. If not, we'll take the wick down. 500 and 1000. What's that? 75. So it is 1650. Okay, done. Now, if this candle does break the high, guys, then we need to see about 10 pips, and then we can move our stop underneath the low of this candle, wherever it may be. If it wicks down like it did previously, like this one nearly all the way to the bottom, that's not ideal because it means you can't de-risk, which is why I use the 15-minute candle. I didn't want to have the whole risk of that candle available. Just because, look, if we look at that, and now the risk down to here was going to be what, about 10k, 11 and a half. I don't want that kind of risk. I don't mind half of that, but I don't want. So I'm not going to lie, the US session over the last, well, just this month to be fair, definitely been a lot trickier. Not getting the moves. CME to, oh, what's this? CME to create futures market for computing power backing AI. Yeah, again, depending what happens here, guys. Hourly flip. If the flip here was above this, the wick to fill isn't big enough for me to take. If we got like 40 pips like we did yesterday, I don't mind that. But I'm shocked at the lack of movement. I really am. There's not a lot happening. And if this comes all the way down again before taking the highs, again, it kind of kills the way you can risk manage. Would I sell? No, I don't want to sell into that, Liam. I understand why you're looking at that with it being kind of the top of the range, but the last two candles, yeah, although it's come down here, for me, are pointing like the market wants to go up. So you could if you traded the flip, you're effectively trying to catch the bottom wick that then might go back to the upside. I mean, look, it it would have worked nice for me to do a flip on the hourly. I'd need to see a candle close below support and then wick up, and then I'd look to sell and fill the wick in that direction. Because we're in this range, I don't see. Now, if we break and close below, guys, then we've got sell options. Literally, it just loves this range at the minute. It loves this range. Well, it looks like our government is going into absolute chaos again. Victims Minister Burnham Backers say he could be back in Westminster by September. The Streeting knows he can't beat them. What's Starmer saying now? As I said yesterday, I take responsibility for the election results and I take responsibility for delivering the change we promised. The past 48 hours have been destabilizing for government and that has real economic cost for our country and our families. Wonderful. The Labour Party has a process for challenging a leader and that has not been triggered. The country expects us to get on with governing. That's what I'm doing and that's what we must do as a cabinet. Well, it's not going to be long, is it, guys? It's not going to be long. Oh, this is slow. God, I don't think I've witnessed such a slow US session. It's quieter than a bank holiday. Maybe the 2:30 kind of, I mean, at 2:30 I've got to go for a mentoring session, so I won't be on at 2:30, guys. So literally, we'll be coming straight off at say 2:25, just so I can get set up ready for the session. Andy, are you still on, or have you had to depart? Are you still here, Mr. Matkin? Gee, come on. I don't even like the Nasdaq. I don't mind the sells. Got nice clear space to trade into, but I'm not so fond of the buys. Um, no, it's okay, Andy. 230's great. My daughter was on a school trip today, so I need to collect her just after 3:30. So it's only a couple of minutes down the road. So yeah, 2:30 works absolutely perfect. Thank you. What's happening with oil today? Getting back to the triple digits. Black gold is nearly back to triple digits. Well, I can tell you this, guys. If we don't move in the next, well, if it doesn't trigger on this next candle, so in 50 minutes, I am going to close my screens for the day and call today one of those days. The only thing that would make me look at a different trade setup is if the 30-minute closes below. The 30-minute closes below, then I will look to try and sell it. Yep, 15-minute as well. But got to have a close below. Touched the level and bounced. Well, Liam, even though it wasn't a trade for me, I hope you took it because it worked out perfectly. 3 minutes of the 15-minute candle, so it doesn't look like we'll get a setup on this one. Maybe on the next 15. This is slow, 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 slow. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get a close below. I'm deleting this order because we can always put it back in if it reverses, but Let's get ready for a potential close below. Okay, we're getting that. 1 minute. $87.50. Get ready, guys. Now, okay, let's go for the momentum order. Partial TP. See if we're going to get that push through. Okay, auto break evens placed. Stop above the candle high, guys. Break even, guys. I just move my stop down just a little bit to cover sort of spread. So if we do get stopped out, any sort of commission charges should be negated from the tiny little bit of profit we've secured by moving our stop about 2-3 pips ahead of our stop loss. Just in case we get a runner. Hey, so let's just change those wins. See if it can push on. See if we can get a drive. Let's bring that down into this area. What have we got there? 160. So let's give it next one. So it's 260. So we're going to go for 180 pips. Bang in the middle. But we need a drive. Now, guys, if you didn't take the momentum entry, there is going to be another setup. Only thing to be wary of is where it closes. So what I'm looking for is the kind of candle going to close somewhere down here? If it does, I will wait for a wick up and then break of the lows and we can trade it down. We're coming into you got 107 pips. You got an early entry, sir. Well done. All right, let's see how we can do with this. Oh, is it going to come all the way back? May well. Judging by the way these markets have been moving, might just head back straight into the range again. 46.92. You traded inside the range. There we go. Okay, so Brave. Okay, that's going to be me. In fact, let's see how this 30-minute candle closes. You've got 11 minutes. If it closes like this, guys, the next candle wicks up, you can take the flip because we've got um, 80 pips. So 30-minute candle. If it closes, so this is going to be the game plan, guys. This will be my last trade of the day. Um, I need to see this candle close below here. If it does, then if the next candle wicks up, I'll sell below the candle, looking to fill that wick, and then see if we can get a further move lower. Does that make sense, guys? So look at that. Two trades, neither pushed on. Both went about 75 to 85 pips in profit. Missing the T1s, T2s just. But I'm not gonna uh perfect. I'm not gonna amend my trade management because I want to try and make up the money that I've lost. Okay. Trade management is the key to results is consistency. And that means that sometimes you're going to have trades that will only hit T1. Next time they're going to hit T1, T2, T3. So don't just amend because you've had a losing session or a losing morning or a losing day. Yeah, stick to the plan. You know it works. You just got to sit through periods where sometimes it just doesn't work as well as others. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm probably around for this month 57, 58% success rate is enough to be making a bit of money. But where I excel is when I'm over 70% successful, then the dollars are flowing. So we've got 9 minutes. Okay, guys, I think on that note, you know what to look for. I mean, look at this. If it goes back in that range, it's just unreal. Doesn't want to leave. Mm, 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes. See if we can get a close below. Now, it could give you a very different scenario. Do you know what that is, guys? Oh, it's not going to do it now. No. So I was going to say if it closed back above on the 15, you could wait for a wick down and buy the high and trade it back up to the top of the range. But yeah, we're really eating into it's still $10, so 100 pips. Yeah. All right, guys. So listen, if that is something you're going to take, just drop. If you're going to try and trade the false break, if we get a close above, wick down, buy the high, trade it up to the top of the range. How many of you would take that trade? If you take that trade, just comment yes in the chat. If you wouldn't, comment no. Cheers, Vic. Have you got sorted from Icon, from Instant FX, Vic? No more trading for Aaron. Okay, nice and disciplined. You not got your stage 4 yet? Oh man, chase them up. Chase them up. Okay, guys, on that note, I'm going to have to go now because I've got like 4 minutes before my next session. So I'm just going to get a quick drink and pit stop. What's been said, Vic? Uh, just message me on Telegram, mate. Cheers, Marianne. Take care, darling. Have a good day. Oh my God. Cheers, Erin. Take care, bud. Um, well, as long as they pay you out, you can get on with like FTMO then or something like that. At least get them to speed that up. Peter Cole, see you, buddy. Okay, guys, take care. Have a good one. Um, that's what we're looking at. If it wicks down, just look for it to go back into the range. Full take profit at the top. Okay, don't leave a bit on waiting for it to break out. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you all maybe tomorrow afternoon. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know. I can either not do tomorrow afternoon or Friday, but I'll let you all know on the free channel or members channel. Okay, guys, take care. Have a good one.